King Charles leaves Camilla in tears with 9-word statement as friends worry about Queen's mental state. King Charles reportedly left Queen Camilla in tears with an ominous 9-word statement during their trip to Australia, with his wife now terrified for her husband's health. The pair toured the country as well as heading to Samoa for a meeting with the leaders of Commonwealth countries. The trip has been hailed as a huge success and PR boost for the monarchy. And Charles, who turns 76 next month, is now said to be planning a full return to foreign engagements next year despite still being treated for cancer. But friends of the Queen, 77, have raised concerns over the impact that is having on her. And the moment he said he hopes that I survive long enough to come back at the end of the Samoa summit is believed to have had a major impact, reports Daily Beast. Hello viewers, please remember to subscribe and click on the notifications bell icon, so you will be notified whenever we upload new cookies about the British royal family. Sources said Camilla had an emotional reaction, flitting between giggling and crying. She is said to be concerned her husband is rushing back to a normal work schedule before he finishes cancer treatment. The seemingly offhand comment raised eyebrows, although palace aides have denied Charles was saying a final farewell. He told the meeting, "I shall always remain devoted to this part of the world and hope that I survive long enough to come back again and see you." But a friend of Camilla said, "It was a strange thing to say, and I think Camilla had an emotional reaction. Of course it would. She is terrified." They added, "They have had a horrendous year. Now with this return to work, she is understandably fearful her husband is rushing it. She just wants him to slow down and prioritize his health." Camilla spent a week by herself before the Australia trip at a private retreat in India, but insiders have suggested she was unsettled while in Australia and Samoa. We previously told that Charles's doctors were also blindsided by briefings that 2025 would be a normal year in terms of engagements for the king. Charles paused his cancer treatment for the 11-day trip, against doctors' orders, and will skip the COP29 event in Baku next month. Sources suggest any return to normal royal duties will be dependent on doctors' advice, but one source told the Sunday Times, "We're now working on a pretty normal-looking, full overseas tour program for next year." King Charles and Queen Camilla leave Samoa and everyone's saying the same thing. After a triumphant royal tour to Australia and Samoa, royal fans have a message for King Charles and Queen Camilla. King Charles and Queen Camilla took to social media to thank fans who were able to greet them during their royal tour to Australia and Samoa, and royal fans have since responded in kindness. On social media platform X, the royal family's official account posted a message, "Thank you to all those who turned out to support their majesties in Australia and Samoa." Accompanied with the caption was a video montage of the highlights of their trip, including Sydney Opera House being lit up with a loop of royal family images, to the farewell ceremony received in Samoa before their departure. The King and Queen flew out of Samoa on October 26, about midday local time, on a Royal Australia Air Force jet, waving farewell as they boarded the plane at Apia's Falialo International Airport. Fans have already wished for the monarch to make a swift return. On social media platform X, user @TanyaPolter wrote, "We adore you. Rest up and come back soon and go to more states." The King and Queen's time in Samoa followed a 6-day tour of Australia, where large crowds initially turned out to see the royal couple, at the Sydney Opera House. Another fan expressed, "Wonderful. I hope they are able to return again soon. They bring so much positive energy and joy to our communities. I wish them good health and a speedy return to our home." One simply reacted, "What a triumph. So proud of our royal family." More fans wished for their speedy return. User @lunab653533431 wrote, "It was wonderful to see your majesties and hope we see here again soon." Another fan wrote, "It was a fabulous visit. Mostly, I'm so thrilled about the King's Trust initiative in NSW. Such a great way to reconnect with Australians. Would love to see TQ involved in perhaps an Indigenous literacy program of some sort. These are the modern day issues. Come back soon. In an emotional and happy goodbye, Queen Camilla was seen wiping tears away during the ceremony that marked the end of her and King Charles's time in Samoa. The royal couple attended an event in Siamo village on their final day in the region. The farewell ceremony showcased the warm reception and cultural significance of the royal visit, and this visit marked the first time the couple had traveled to the island nation. King Charles expressed his gratitude to the Samoan people in a speech during the ceremony. He said, "We've been so impressed by the beautiful way in which all the villages have decorated the roadsides. It is something very special about Samoa." The monarch thanked residents for their wonderful generosity and the gifts they had received. King Charles added, "I shall always remain devoted to this part of the world and hope that I survive long enough to come back and see you." King Charles greets the public at the Melanoma Institute Australia on October 22, 2024. "It's always a bit of shock when they tell you," he told a cancer patient at the Macmillan Cancer Centre at the University College Hospital London on April 30, according to Rebecca English of the Daily Mail. The centre is not directly involved in his care, and the King made the statement at his first outing since resuming forward-facing duties. Before the royal tour of Australia and Samoa, it was reported that King Charles would pause his ongoing treatment, thought to be weekly, during the 9-day, long-distance trip. He is reported to be travelling with 2 doctors and won't be stopping in New Zealand, a nearby Commonwealth realm, on medical advice. Queen Camilla and King Charles arrive in Apia, Samoa on October 23, 2024. After the King's poignant visit to the Melanoma Institute Australia, he and Queen Camilla stepped out in Samoa on October 23 to continue the second leg of the tour. The Australia visit was significant, as it marked the first to a Commonwealth realm since the King's accession in September 2022. They continued to Samoa for the biennial Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting, CHOGM, which will be the King's first time attending the summit, as the head of the Commonwealth. The voluntary association of 56 nations is closely linked to the British Crown. King Charles only sorry to devastated crowds after confrontation with angry protester. King Charles and Queen Camilla were only sorry they couldn't greet more well-wishers after a royal walkabout in Australia lasted just minutes following an angry protest. As the royal couple continued their trip to Australia today, they travelled to Canberra where the King gave a speech at Government House. However, after his speech a furious Indigenous politician confronted the royal couple, and approached the stage as dumbfounded MPs and guests stood by, shouting, "You are not my king." Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like this video and drop comments, and most importantly don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything.